flatterer. So the pilgrims went on, and ignorance followed. They came to a path which seemed to go as straight as the way which they were on, and hence they did not know which of the two to take, for both seemed straight before them. Therefore they stood still to consider. As they were thinking about the way, behold, a blind man clothed with a very light robe came to them, and asked them why they were standing there. They answered that they were going to the celestial city, but did not know which of these ways to take. Follow me, the man said. I am going there also. So they followed him into the adjoining way, which slowly by degrees turned them away from the celestial city, so that in a little time their faces were completely turned away from it. Yet they continued to follow him. By and by, before they were aware, he led them into a net in which they were both so entangled that they did not know what to do. With that, the white robe fell off the black man's back. Then they saw where they were. There they lay, crying for some time, for they could not extricate themselves from the net. Then Christian said to his fellow, Now I see my error. Did not the shepherds bid us to beware of the flatterer? As is the saying of the wise man, so we have found it this day. Whoever flatters his neighbor is spreading a net for his feet. Although they also gave us a note with directions so that we could surely find the way, but we forgot to read it and have wandered into the path of the destroyer. Here David was wiser than we, so he said, By the word of your lips, I have kept myself from the paths of the destroyer. Thus they lay in the net, bewailing themselves. At last they sighted a shining one coming towards them, with a whip of small coals in his hand. When he arrived at the place where they were, he asked them where they came from and what they were doing there. They told him that they were poor pilgrims going to the celestial city, but were led out of their way by a blind man who was clothed in white, who bid them to follow him, for he was going to there also. Then the shining one replied, There was the flatterer. He is a false apostle who transforms himself into an angel of light. So he cut the net and freed the pilgrims. Then he said to them, Follow me, so that I may place you in the right path again. So he led them back to the way which they had left to follow the flatterer. Then he asked them, Where did you stay last night? They answered, With the shepherds upon the delectable mountains. He then asked if the shepherds had given them a note with directions for the way. Yes, they responded. Did you not read your note? He questioned. No, they replied, and why? He asked them. They answered that they had forgotten. He asked moreover if the shepherds told them to beware of the flatterer. Yes, they explained, but we did not imagine that he was this fine-spoken man. Then I saw in my dream that he commanded the pilgrims to lie down. Having done this, he grievously chastened them to teach them the good way in which they should walk. As he chastened them, he declared, As many as I love, I rebuke and I chaste. Be jealous therefore and repent. This done, he bid them to go on their way and to pay a close attention to the other directions which the shepherds had given them. So they thanked him for all his kindness and went carefully along the right way, singing, Come here, you who walk along the way. See how pilgrims fare who go astray. They were catched in an entangling net, cause they good counsel did forget. 'Tis true they were rescued, but yet you see they are scourged. To put, let this your caution be. Atheist. Now after a while they perceived afar off one coming softly along the highway to meet them. Then Christian said to his fellow, Yonder is a man with his back towards the celestial city, and he is coming to meet us. Hawful, I see him. Let us be careful now, lest he should prove to be a flatterer also. So the man drew nearer and nearer, and at last came up to them. His name was Atheist, and he asked them where they were going. Christian, we are going to the celestial city. Then the atheist burst into laughter. Christian, what is the meaning of your laughter? Atheist, I laugh because I see what ignorant people you are to take to so tedious a journey, and yet are likely to gain nothing for your travel but pains. Christian, why do you think we shall not be received? Atheist, received. There is no such place as you dream of in all this world. Christian, that is true, but there is in the world to come. Atheist, when I was at home in my own country, I heard of that place which you spoke of. So I went out to find it and have been seeking this city for these past 20 years, but I have not found it in all this time. Christian, we have both heard and believe that there is such a place to be found. Atheist, have not I, when at home, also believed? I would not have come thus far to seek it. If there had been such a place, I would have surely found it by now, for I have gone much further than you. So not finding it, I am going back home again, and will seek the pleasures which I had then cast away, for the vain hope of a world to come. Then Christian said to Hoffel, do you think that what this man had said is true? Hoffel, take heed, he is one of the flatterers. Remember what it cost us once already for our hearkening to such a fellow. What no celestial city did we not see from the celestial delectable mountains, the gate of the city. Also we are now to walk by faith. Let us go on, lest the man with the whip overtake us again. You should have taught me that lesson, which I will now remind you of. Do not listen to any advice which would lead you to stray from the words of knowledge. I say, my brother, do not listen to him, but let us believe to the saving of our souls. Christian, my brother, I did not ask the question of you because I doubted the truth myself, but to test you and to hear your heartfelt response. As for this man, I know that he is blinded by the God of this world, and let us go on knowing that we believe the truth and that no lie is of the truth. Often now I rejoice in the hope of the glory of God. So they turned away from the man, and he, laughing at them, went on his way back home. The enchanted